Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited that this order came and that I'm filming this. I got a couple of pieces from the Profusion, the Jurassic Park. This is their 30th anniversary collection. So I picked up a couple of things. I figured we could try them on together. I literally just opened this box today, so I will show you what I got. We'll do a try on, see what we think. The couple of things that I got, the reviews seem to be decent. Some of the products I didn't see so good reviews, so we can talk about that. But yeah, again, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and let's jump into the video. Emma Grace, what do dinosaurs say?
Bye.
Are you a dinosaur? What do dinosaurs say?
Bye.
Emma, what do dinosaurs say?
Bye.
I wanted to start off, the reason I picked up some of the things from this collection was my daughter that is almost 2 is obsessed with dinosaurs. So I am going to insert some footage of me trying to get her to mimic what the dinosaurs say. I did the best I could. It's hard to get small children to do things on command, but I picked up the eyeshadow palette. One of the highlighters, this is Missing T-Rex, so this is the one that looks a little bit more green. And then I got the mirror. I thought it was cute, and then it's got the little car, and you push the little headlights light up. It says objects in mirror are closer than they appear on the little film. Like, I definitely don't need this, but it's really, really cute, and it has a dinosaur on it, so I picked that up. I'm just gonna put that back there. And then again, I got the highlighter, so we'll try that on first. And we will do a look with the palette. I have to say the palette is really cute. If you haven't seen it, there's the outer packaging. I had to order this stuff. Some people's Walmarts did get like the whole collection. There was a couple of lip products. I think they were lip plumpers, tinted lip balm plumper things, a couple of liquid bronzers, two cream blushes, excuse me, 2 different highlighters. There was this one, and then there was one that looked a little more like pinky purple in the pan. The palette, there was a brush set that I didn't pick up, and then the mirror, and then you could get like a little fanny pack makeup bag thing. So like I said, some people's Walmarts got them. Mine did not. I ordered this stuff off of the Profusion website, so it came today. But again, here's the palette. And if you haven't seen this, it is so, so cute. Why is this not? Oh, there it goes. So it does play music when you... which that is the main reason I got the palette. So here's the cutouts on the inside, and you can hold this up, and once it goes through the cycle, if you can get this to stay up, it will stop playing. And then it does have like the plastic over with the shade names. There it goes. So we'll do some sort of a look. Everything was intact. The pans in this are very, very small, but I got it for the packaging. So let's jump into the highlighter, and then we will do an eye look. Let me find, I just saw my highlighter brush. Okay, so again, this is Missing T-Rex. This is what the packaging looks like. I watched Teresa is Dead's video. If I could speak, that would be good. Where are my tweezers? And, oh, I see scissors. That's even better. Box cutter. I forgot I left this stuck down here. All over the place. I don't film frequently enough. I don't even know what's on my table. She got most of the collection. I think she got all of it. The only thing she didn't get was she didn't get all of the lip colors. I think she got 1 or 2, but she got everything else. She was not impressed with the cream bronzers. She liked the highlighters. She liked the palette. She liked the little brush set. Didn't like the little fanny pack thing, and she seemed to get decent payoff with the eyeshadow palette. A couple of the shades didn't perform as well as others, but overall, like the shimmers look nice. So there's a little box. I don't think I'm gonna keep the box because I think this is pretty cute on its own. It feels very lightweight. There's 3.2 grams. So here we have, my glasses are not on and I do not have my contacts in. So there we go. I'm holding it up correctly. And it's swirled. So let's swatch it and then we will, there is what it looks like. We will put it on the face. So swatched, it just comes across kind of champagne-y. I was thinking it was gonna have a little bit more of a green hue, which I don't know why I thought that, because watching Teresa's video, she expressed that it just looked champagne-y on the cheeks. But out of the two, I don't wear pink highlighters. So out of the two, I thought this one seemed like one I would wear. Occasionally I will do a pink, but it's not a color I will grab to a lot. I tend to do more champagnes, and out of all the colors, I probably wear blue and green the most, just because of colors that I do on my eyes. So pink is a, rose and pink colored highlighters are not highlighters that I gravitate towards. So I did not feel like I needed to pick up both, although she gave them good reviews and they look like, this looks good. I'll have to get a little bit closer with the mirror, but from what I can see, this looks like a decent highlighter. I tried Profusion highlighters. I think maybe I got one in an advent calendar, but this seems like it has a good glow. Like, it's not the most blinding thing you're ever going to see, but it's definitely not like the most subtle either. Like, it's a good middle of the road, very wearable everyday color. Definitely doesn't come across like super green like it looks in the pan, but it's very pretty. So I do like that. So let me prime my eyes and we will jump into some sort of an, so I brought you in relatively close. I have, hopefully the mirror is not gonna bother everybody too much. I am gonna kind of have to have it in frame a little bit. Again, I don't have my glasses on. So I did use the palette. I pulled in a little bit of gel liner in, this is in the shade The Afterlife. This is from Melt. So just a green. You could do a water activated liner if you wanted to. And then another thing that I pulled in at the end was the Profusion glitter eyeliner in Crystal Diamond, which is their silver. These are very comparable to Urban Decay glitter liners. I don't think they're quite as good, but they're good for the price point. They are good. Do I like them as much as my Urban Decay? No, but the Urban Decay ones are expensive. So I am just going back in with the Gerard Clean Canvas. I got excited and primed both eyes. I wanted this to be a little bit of a wet base. Now you could definitely use concealer, which is essentially what this is. You don't have to go out and get this, but I like using a slightly tacky concealer, especially for something like this where some of the pigmentation could be questionable. This is going to give me the best shot. So let's open this, and I apologize, it's going to play the music again. I will do my best to kind of point out the shades. The shade names are on the clear film. They're not on the inside of the package. So I will do my best to point, because I'm not going to go back and forth with the film. That'll take me forever. So I'm going to go in with, it's not really a black, it's like a deep charcoal, and then we're going to use the dark green right below it. So I'm going to go in with that first, and just a little flat brush, and I'm going to put this just in the outer corner, and I'm going to use this just above where my crease is. I have hooded eyes, and I did kind of a slight cut crease, so I have to go above where my actual crease is, or I have to keep everything below because, like I said, my eyes are hooded. If your eyes are not hooded, you don't have to go above the crease, and you don't have to do a cut crease at all. But I am just taking that flat brush now, and it's okay if you get it on the lid. We're gonna go back in with concealer. This is just gonna give me some definition in the outer corner and in the crease. I didn't think that this color was bad, so you can see where the fold in my eyelid is. So if I want that covered, I have to open it slightly. For me, again, that doesn't really matter. It's not necessary for me to go back in, but if you're another person that has hooded eyes, this is kind of how I learned. I have to go obviously above, or like I said, I have to keep it below and do kind of, I call it a mock cut crease. So we're gonna go a little bit above because I decided I wanted to try and do a little bit of graphic liner. I got a new brush, so I didn't get crazy with it. Okay, next, same brush, we're gonna go into that Hunter green shade right below, and I'm gonna take it a little bit farther in. We're gonna stamp it on top. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm just stamping it along, and then I'm gonna go in with a different brush in that same shade. This is a little like dew color, like little bitty blending brush, so that same green shade, and I'm trying to keep it a little bit below, slightly above. I have small eyes, so I have to be mindful about how, if I go up too far, I end up way up into my eyebrow way faster than I want to. So this is gonna be a little bit lower than if you had larger eyes. And I have a color switch. Same brush, and we're gonna use this green, that green, and that green, and then we're gonna go back through those colors. The two greens at the bottom with that charcoal color, I would say blend in pretty well. They have decent pigmentation. That charcoal color, it's not a black, and it's not like the darkest gray I've ever seen, but it does help for depth. It gave me good depth, as you can see, and those two greens blend into it well. I ran into issues just because there isn't a good shade in between that like forest green and where we start to get into the lime green. So I had to kind of bounce around and mix a little bit to get a decent blend. So I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that darker green. Okay, and then I went into the lime. So the darker of the two, and this is gonna go a little bit farther out. Again, I don't wanna go too far, small eyes, and then also if I take it up too far past, because there's such a difference in like gradientness, it's gonna show a line if I'm not like dragging the color out, if that makes sense. I've got to bring some of that darker shade up into the lighter to kind of create a mid-tone so that I don't have a harsh line. And then the lime. Now this color I didn't think was bad, but when blending it into the lighter or the darker of the lime greens, I wasn't crazy about how it blended. So I do go in with a little bit of the yellow. And again, I'm going back in to the lime, and I'll fiddle with the blend a little bit. I'm just trying to place the colors so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. And then again, like I said, I did go into a little bit of the yellow to make it brighter than what that light lime was giving, and also kind of help with those greens. So I'm just gonna fiddle with the blend. And I didn't really have a good brow bone highlight. There is kind of like a satin cream color in this palette. I do like a shimmery brow bone, so I just went into the highlighter. You can use the cream shade if you want to. is not the brush that I used. I just went into like a fluffy, clean-ish brush and then tried to blend that in. And I just bounced around in between all of those colors until I got a nice, like I said, gradient. It was blended. I didn't see any harsh lines. So fiddle with that as much as you need to. Like I said, it's a little bit tricky because the darker greens and the lighter greens, we need kind of a mid-tone in there to help with blending, but I was able to make it work. So then I'm gonna put on some concealer and cut out my crease.